So, the G-Tide H1 is a budget tablet that costs technically under 5,000 pesos. In the Philippines, you can get this in Lazada via G-Tide's official Lazmall store. And if you follow the links below in the description, you can score a discount voucher. But the question we're going to answer is whether or not the H1 tablet is worth its cheap asking price. But before we dive into the details, here's a short word from today's sponsor. CityKey Offer specializes in delivering cheap and legitimate software and game codes. If you ever need a Windows 10 Pro or a Microsoft Office key, you can buy one at a very cheap price. To do so, just visit cityKeyoffer.com. Search for Windows 10 and choose a suitable copy for you, but in my case, I always go for a professional copy. Before making a payment, make sure to type in the RC20 code for an exclusive 30% off discount. After that, you can choose your preferred payment method. You will receive the code via an email that redirects you to the website of CityKey Offer, and from there you can get your Windows 10 key. Since my Windows 10 copy is already activated, I just can simply change my product key to the new one that I just bought. If you need a Microsoft Office key, the steps are pretty much the same. Just make sure to type in the RC20 code for an exclusive 30% off discount. CityKey Offer provides permanently valid keys with 30 days of return and exchange period. You can check out more deals in the video description below. So the tablet's unboxing experience is pretty straightforward. You'll be greeted first by the tablet, followed by the USB-C charging cable and a 10-watt charging brick. You also get a USB-C to USB-A adapter if you want to connect an external device or storage to the tablet, and of course the manual and sticker. Aside from the content of the box, the H1 tablet already comes with a pre-installed glass screen protector, which is generous for G-Tide since screen protection for tablets is usually costly. For the rest of the specs, the G1 Tide runs on a quad-core chip paired with 2GB RAM and 32GB internal storage. The storage may not sound like a lot, but there is a microSD expansion slot of up to 128GB. Do take note that this doesn't support a SIM card, so you have to rely on Wi-Fi connection only to get connected to the internet. Now for a budget tablet, the design construction of the H1 tablet isn't half bad. It's an all-plastic shell with a smooth finish on the back that kinda reminds me of a sandstone finish, just without a rough texture. In landscape orientation, you'll find no buttons whatsoever on the side. Everything is located at the top, which includes the USB-C port, a lengthy access cover for the microSD card slot, the power button with a blue accent for you to spot easily, the volume up and down buttons, and a headphone jack that's sitting quietly on the furthest side. However, the bottom portion houses not only the south-firing speakers, but also a set of pogo pins to connect to an external keyboard. Unfortunately, G-Tide Store doesn't include an external keyboard, which is a bit unfortunate since the H1 is marketed as a tablet PC at this price point. Although you could purchase a third-party external keyboard for this tablet, I wouldn't vouch for its compatibility. The company didn't list the official weight of its H1 tablet, but this budget device is not lightweight. The form factor isn't on the thick side, but you'll definitely feel the heftiness and weight, especially with one hand. It's one of the heaviest tablets I've tested by far. So that's about it for the design. What about the performance? There's a reason why the H1 tablet costs under 5,000 pesos, and that's because it's running on the Android 11 Go version. You're still getting the basic Android experience, but in a lightweight package, meaning it's software made to use less RAM and storage to make browsing faster on low-end devices. You can still download regular Android apps, just don't expect them to run as smoothly as your current phone. On the software side, the functionalities are pretty basic. Sure, you can still use screencast, nightlight, screen record, and even flashlight, but you lose the ability to add and customize your home screen with widgets. The only thing you can do here is to rearrange app icons and change wallpaper. No more, no less. Heck, the software even forces me to use Facebook in landscape mode. Since this is a low-end device powered by Android Go, the performance you get here isn't impressive. It's not even good. I would say it's bearable. You can get things done here like the usual checking of emails, browsing, and streaming, but it'll take some time. You might even encounter app crashes from time to time. However, if you just want a big screen for content consumption, the 10.1 inches IPS LCD screen does its job well. Sure, the 1280 by 800 resolution isn't the crispiest and the colors are not the most eye-catching, but at the very least you can still play 1080p videos on YouTube. While the speakers are on the tinny side and lack bass, they are sufficiently loud and clear in not so loud rooms. As for the battery performance of the H1 tablet, the 6000 mAh battery seems sufficient for a 10 inches display. Well, at least when the tablet isn't draining the battery in the background. The tablet depletes, I repeat, depletes the battery on standby. It gets a bit frustrating, especially when the 10-watt charging brick requires nearly 4 hours to replenish the battery. Oh, there's an 8 megapixel camera in the back and a 5 megapixel in the front. As expected, the quality is strictly for video calling. For a tablet that costs under 5,000 pesos, I feel like the G-Tide's H1 is best used for video consumption. If a person or a kid needs only a big display for entertainment, the H1 will do its job. Hopefully, you don't get the same battery issue that I have. I suggest saving up a bit more of your money for a better experience though. That's it. Drop a sub or like if you feel like supporting the channel, and as always, until the next one, stay safe.